Welcome back. Today we're going to review Insidious Chapter 3. What was that? If you don't know what Insidious Chapter 3 is all about, don't worry. I posted a trailer down below so you can check it out for yourself. Insidious 3 is a prequel for the previous two Insidious installments. It kind of goes back into time a couple of years, but this time around we focused more so on the psychic Elise. After a young lady approaches her, tries to contact her mother, obviously it doesn't work out, and now we've got to deal with a whole nother demon ghost thing. Let's get to the good.
The good.
Overall, the plot did a pretty good job of keeping all of the previous storylines relevant and tied together. If you hadn't seen the previous movies, the really good thing about this plot is the fact that it gives you just enough where this movie can actually be seen by people unfamiliar with the previous film, and it kind of stands on its own. Now, you can expect plenty of jump scares throughout this entire film. Yeah, your heart's going to be racing a couple times. You will get those boop, type of moments. So prepare yourself for them. There's a lot of them. That bedroom scene, it's probably the creepiest part in the entire movie, and it'll definitely have you at the edge of your seat or probably hiding behind somebody or just covering your face because it's a little intense. One of the most unique things about this film is how it has developed its own universe and its own rules for the horror genre. And it continues in this film where you get more explanation about the further, and you get a little bit more information about, how there's a dark world and a light world and our world. And it's really nice the fact that it stays consistent and it doesn't necessarily go off into some weird kooky stuff that you can't wrap your mind around. Now it's time for the bad.
The bad.
Unfortunately, this film misses a lot of key opportunities to make this film more creepy than it does scary. For example, the ghosts aren't subtly introduced into this film. Instead, they're right there in your face. You see what they look like, and it just doesn't make them as scary as they were in the first movie. Next, the camera angles just make it so much more predictable. You know exactly when the scary parts are coming. The camera will lead you to the side the whole time, so your attention, instead of being on the character, is on the background. So obviously something is going to pop up in the background. So while this film does have a really good amount of jump scares in it, the creepy factor is just decreased significantly with all the predictable jump scares. Let's get to the reason.
The reason.
So it's only fair to compare this Insidious film with the previous two and judge them amongst themselves. Now, I probably will say that this film was probably the scariest, but let me define what I mean by scary and creepy. Scary means those moments that shock you and just catch you off guard. Creepy is all about the atmosphere or the feeling that you have of fear that lingers with you well after the movie is over. Unfortunately for this film, even though it will scare you, you'll get over it rather quickly. I'd say it's well worth the watch in the theaters if you feel like watching a horror film, but you know what, if you wanted to watch it at home and just wait to rent it or download it, that's fine too. I'll post the links down below. Either way, one thing can be said, this was a lot better than that Poltergeist film. As for the rating, I'm going to give this movie a 7 out of 10. Stay tuned, I've got more videos coming up. I'll catch you later. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave us a nice big fat thumbs up. Leave your comments down below. Tell me what you thought about the movie. You can also follow me on Twitter and or Instagram at spoiler-free. And I'll see you guys later.